Walking the highways alone at night, police officers face constant danger.
833, 638.
Sometimes they never see it coming. Atlanta, Georgia.
20 eastbound at 285.
State Trooper Hank Fielding has pulled over the driver of this vehicle for speeding. It appears to be a routine stop.
DC license, please.
The driver, Anthony Barber, is calm and cooperative. His female companion remains inside the car.
Been drinking anything yet? No, sir. None drop. That's it. Right there.
Trooper Fielding is not convinced. He checks out the man's driver's license and returns with a breathalyzer test.
All right, so let's take a deep breath, blow through the tube until I tell you to stop.
Then the trooper decides to have a look inside the car.
All right. Wait right there just a minute.
But while he's questioning the passenger, the driver steps up behind him.
So I ask you to wait right here, okay?
Just as the driver moves back behind his vehicle, the speeding car slams into Trooper Fielding at 70 miles per hour.
It scared me. It really did. I couldn't believe what was happening. I mean, you see stuff like that on TV, but you don't ever think it'll happen to you.
I started trying to get up immediately, but I couldn't. My legs were just numb. They had no feeling in them.
Lying in the road, unable to move, the officer's life now rests in the hands of the driver he pulled over.
I gotta get on the radio and call for help. On the radio? Yeah. Just tell them to send help for 833.
Fielding struggles to remain conscious while Anthony jumps into the patrol car and radios for help.
He was shaking real bad. I thought he was gonna go into shock or something.
Anthony grabs a blanket from his trunk to keep the officer warm.
He covered me up and he stayed there with me and talked to me until other help arrived. It ain't your fault.
Incredibly, the brutal accident causes only minor injuries. Another look reveals that the outcome could have been much worse. Watch again. It's clear that Anthony was standing directly in the speeding car's path just seconds before it struck the trooper.
So I ask you to wait right here, okay? If I hadn't told him to move and the car would have come, it would have struck him head on and would have probably knocked him into me, more likely killing us both.
Anthony was not arrested. He went home grateful to be alive.
I feel like I dodged the bullet. Too many people don't get second chances, but I feel like I got a second chance at life, really.
As for the hit-and-run driver, you can see her stop momentarily after the collision. But then, unbelievably, she drives away. They just left me there on the side of the road. I mean, they didn't know if I was dead or severely injured or what. The driver is later found and arrested. But to this day, she has never apologized for causing this near-fatal accident. Istanbul, Turkey. A car is plunged into a flooded river, and these concerned citizens have gathered to rescue the woman trapped inside. The river rises higher and higher around the panic-stricken driver. Onlookers hear her screams over the roar of the rushing water. They know they'll have to act fast. Determined to save her life, they make a desperate attempt to stop the car from being swept downstream. They lasso a rope to one of the car's axles and try to pull it to shore. For a few hopeful seconds, it looks as if she'll be saved. But then... the sheer force of the powerful current pulls the car away from him. It topples over, threatening to drown the helpless woman. Seconds later, the car slams into a tree and turns back over, allowing the rescuers to save her. The woman recovers in a nearby hospital. She will never forget the Good Samaritans who banded together to save her life. Lima, Peru. A raging fire in a textile factory belches out clouds of toxic smoke. Two firefighters valiantly battle the inferno. Suddenly, the wind shifts, engulfing the men in a thick blanket of smoke. They must be pulled away before they suffocate. Just as they are about to reach the ground, they come face to face with every firefighter's worst fear, a backdraft. Without warning, the mighty explosion rips through the wall of the building. The force of the incredible fireball sends the two men flying. Their fellow firefighters rush in and drag them to safety. The injured men are carried to a waiting ambulance and treated for first and second degree burns. 10 hours later, fire crews finally extinguish the blaze. It's a miracle that these men survived the enormous blast.
Up next, a wild bear trapped at the top of a power pole gets zapped with 7,200 volts of electricity and lives. Plus, a fiery crash sends a driver's hopes for victory up in flames. And a rider is thrown from his motorcycle at 200 miles an hour, but the bike keeps going and going and going. When the world's most amazing videos returns.